What is up, everybody? My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed, and in today's video, we're going to be wrapping up this job. We've done 3 different parts on it. Part 1, we talked about the building that we washed. Part 2, we looked at the daytime striping, and then Part 3, we're going to talk about everything that happened at the nighttime, all the drama that went on, because I know you guys like drama, and there was a bunch of things that we learned during this night shift. It was a huge job. It was a $10,000 job that I landed using my Facebook ad strategy. So if you're curious on how I land jobs like this using Facebook ads, check out the first link in the comment section and the description. That'll take you to my Facebook ad strategy. Even if you're not in pressure washing, it works really good with niche services, and that's why we've done so well with it, using it with parking lot striping. So if you're not in pressure washing, if you're not in parking lot striping, it works for everything. So check it out. In this one, I want to do a little bit more of a play-by-play. So typically, I'll script these commentaries out so that I can make them, hit all the points that I want to. That way, I'm being very concise for you guys. I'm getting to the point on everything. But in this one, I kind of want to look at, play-by-play on what happened, what went right, what went wrong. And so towards the beginning of the video, you guys kind of saw me playing around with the camera angles, because with striping, it's a little difficult, right? Like, I don't want to just set the camera down and record every line the exact same way. I like to break up the monotony of the shots, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to do this into 3 parts. That, and because I had hours and hours and hours of footage, so it just made it easier to do it this way. Plus, we had a lot to share on this job. So the biggest thing we learned on this night is that we probably try to do too much this day, because by the end of the day, our quality really started to dip. I noticed that, we did less taping, we were doing more freelance work, we were kind of making mistakes in a couple areas, which, we're going to go over in this video. But with regards to striping, it's a little bit different than pressure washing, because with the pressure washing, we're able to push through. You're more so just rinsing things. With painting, you need to be very careful, because if you make mistakes, that paint is not necessarily permanent. We could get it up, but in a lot of cases, if you do make mistakes, it is very hard to correct them. So the other thing is that Kale is our only striper, right? Like, we should really add some more stripers onto the team. But when we brought this service on, Kale really picked it up and really took over. So Kale is our striper, and so when he stripes for a really long time throughout the day, it kind of wears on you a little bit, just like it wears on all of us. This part right here, this was kind of a split decision. We took a vote on this, whether or not to paint this blue or paint it yellow, and that I'm talking about the handicap ramps. So there was 2 handicap ramps that were separated by a sidewalk, and we really weren't sure what to paint them. They were both painted yellow before, so we were like, well, let's paint the ones that are by the handicap spots blue, and then paint the one going up to the front door yellow. After the fact, looking back on it, we really probably should have painted that blue as well, because it would have matched a little bit better. Painting one blue, painting one yellow kind of was a little bit of a mismatch. So it is what it is. This is what I'm talking about with regards to the freelance work. This was one of the harder things. You guys can see the lines kind of got a little wonky on the roundabout areas of this. I'm not even sure what to call this. These yellow lines here. So we really should have taped these. We didn't. Like I said, it was getting late in the night. We were trying to finish up the job, doing a little too much freelancing. However, we learned. We correct our mistake as best as we possibly could. Made the lines look as best as we possibly could, and there was no complaints from the people that we did the job for. So all in all, everything came out great. Towards the end of the job, though, we did have some issues with the machine. At least we thought. Kale made a mistake. I guess he forgot that the choke was on. He bumped the choke. Something happened with the choke, and towards the end of the job, we stopped the machine to put some gas in it. I guess while he was putting the gas in, he knocked the choke, and when he was trying to start it, it would crank for like a second, and then it would immediately shut off. And of course, after you'd been striping the entire day into the night, I mean, we're getting into like 12, 1 a.m. here, just because we're trying to get this job knocked out. At the time, in our defense, it had been raining pretty consistently every single day, so we were really trying to get this knocked out while there was a break in the rain. However, like I was mentioning before, pretty much with just being tired and having everything go the way it did, Kale accidentally knocked the switch for the choke, and we couldn't turn it on for like an hour, and so Kale was freaking out because we needed to get this job done. So he sent Jacob and Buddy out to go get hand rollers and paintbrushes, because as you guys will see towards the end, we're painting the rails on this dock as well as like the ramp going up. But we basically thought we had to hand paint it because we could not get the line striper started. I will say this, the line striper has been perfect up until this point, I kind of had to clickbait this video a little bit. We thought that the machine was broken. It really wasn't. Like I said, Kale knocked the choke on it, but it just goes to show that after so long in the day, being that tired really kind of affects you in a negative way. All in all, everything went great. The only other thing that happened was, like I mentioned to you guys in the last video, this covered area, it had some green concrete underneath it, and we were advised not to step into the green area. Well, Kale and Jacob didn't inform me of that, and of course I'm filming, I'm trying to get all kind of different angles, and I stepped into that. The alarm went off, and the owner had to call us and get it all fixed up. Right here is right around the time when we had to put gas in, and we had the issue with the choke. Kale sent Jacob and Buddy off to Lowe's to go get some paintbrushes and stuff. Ultimately, we got the machine back on. We got the job finished up. But one other thing that happened was they actually ran over one of the arrows that we had painted, and it was still freshly painted. So unfortunately, an arrow got smudged a little bit, but it didn't look terrible. So we were able to kind of remedy that, get that all fixed up, and the job came out good. So if you made it this far in the video, comment down below yellow, because that's the color of the paint, and I will hashtag you a real one. We're also giving away a pressure washing business starter kit, a 4-gallon a minute pressure washer, 20-inch surface cleaner, and 100 feet of hose for somebody who downloads Quad IQ, leaves a review, and emails us a picture of it. So if you want to be entered to win, check that out. But my name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed, and until next time, hustle hard and get that money, baby. Peace.